most of this stuff is pretty basic. I'm sure most of you have seen it before. But I'm going to show maybe a little slight adjustments that made it work for me. So my first go-to move off the top is the spiral ride. All right. So right now, referee's position. When I get my spiral, I'm immediately going to underneath his bicep here. All right, tricep. And I'm driving him forward. I want to get weight towards his hands. All right. He wants to keep a base and keep back here, on his haunches back here. I want to get him forward. So I'm going to drive. Use my chest to drive. My hands are coming in. My spiral right here is deep in the crotch, and I'm just driving him forward. My feet are coming across. And as I do that, I'm always looking for the nearest wrist. All right, right here. Weight forward. All right. Boom. All right. What I want to do is I want to get this hip right here to the mat. Sometimes I'll give it even an extra pull to get it to the mat. So I'm running, get his weight on his hands. As soon as I feel that enough weight's on his hands where I can pull him down the hip, that's when I'm pulling. All right. Remember, all my leverage and my weight are spiraling towards the right. All right. Towards the side I have the elbow on. Right here, drop blows whistle. Right, pull. All right. Now when I get here, I get him on his haunches. The side that's on the deep waist, that hand goes deep. All right, my shoulder drops down. I go deep waist, and then I attack the wrist. Right here. All right. So now it's real tight. All right, suck the lat bottom. So all together, I look like this. You spiral spurt, get him the hip. Now I readjust. I drop my shoulders, deep waist. Right here. All right. And then I can either attack above or underneath, whatever works. And I'm driving him forward. All right. Right here. Now I'm sucking the life out of him. He's not going nowhere. All right. From here, I want to attack the wrist. All right. Whichever side you prefer, but usually whichever side you got the deep waist, you're attacking the opposite wrist. Once I get the wrist, I either attack wrist. If I can get the fingers, I like to attack fingers instead. Because a lot of times guys can roll out your wrist. If you attack fingers or the hand, he's not going to be able to roll it out. All right. From here, I drive forward. Bring the weight, his weight over the top of his arm. I don't bring his arm into me. All right. Bring the weight over the top. All right. Here, I readjust. Right shoulder, same side, comes to the hand. I'm pulling at the wrist. All right, from here, I want my shoulder, make it like a nail. I want my shoulder driving into his back, into his own hand. That's where the most pressure is. I don't want my shoulder up by his neck and down by his own butt. All right, pretend like I'm driving a nail through his back to his hand, right? Directly over the top of that. All right, now on my toes, all my weight's on his back. Use both hands to pull off. Alright, readjust. Alright, make sure we can't lift this hand up, can't bring it up, it's got to be laid across the back. Alright, from here, all I'm going to do is most guys from here are going to turn away. Especially when you start hooking legs, grabbing elbows, they're going to turn this hip down. They're going to turn this hip up. Because he's thinking I'm going to crunch him, pull, or slip in this Iowa. Alright, so they're going to turn this hip up. Alright. Sometimes there's a post on this hand. All right, from here, all I'm going to do is I keep this hand, got to keep it even with the back at a 90. All right, with this hand, let's go, and I use my leg to trap this. Everyone see this bicep here? Trap this bicep tight to his side. All right, sometimes I can't kneel over the elbow, but I'll pinch and I'll drive my weight down on it. All right, my opposite leg steps all the way up by the armpit. I cup underneath. All the way underneath the armpit, on top of the shoulder. Now here's the tricky part. I want to hook this shoulder, and instead of just pulling him this way, I want to keep my chest as close to his back as possible, and I want to drive it forward. Like we're driving a half, that middle's half of the shoulder, driving forward, same thing. I hook, I pull, or like a trapped arm gut, we drive over the top of the arm. Imagine there's an arm right here, same type of thing. All right, driving at a 90, right? So here, pull, lift, and I'm walking. Right here. Now I can either sink this half in or come to the claw, whichever you prefer. All right? But remember, he can't really do much because I still got his wrist underneath all this. All right? I still got his wrist. I can sink it half or come to the claw. He's probably going to be wanting to turn into me. That's where you use this foot. Your free foot here, you kick up. All right? Keep turning in. Kick up. He turns hard. Go with him. You guys got it? see it again, or you're good? One more time? All right. One more time. So he's bottom, heavy on his hands. Focus always on that. Whenever you're riding a guy, you want to keep the weight towards his hands. Get him off his haunches back here. Drive, pull. All right, spiral. Underneath the elbow, deep in the crotch. Pull. Hip down. Drop my shoulder down. Deep, tight waist. Locking the elbow, bicep, or coming underneath the wrist. Drive. All right? You see, right there, you got the wrist already. Sometimes you'll suck it in with the deep waist. But if you don't, then you pull it in. All right? Tap the fingers. Drive them over. Pull. All right? Pull both hands. You just pull out. He turns his hip up. You can't pull it in. You're stuck and you can't get it. All right? Let go of the wrist. Switch hands. Kneel on the elbow. Pinch it. Step up. Hook. Lift. Chest comes to his back. Lift. Drive. Drive at a 90. Lift. Drive. Half. Off. Fight. Play. All right? Let's work it. 1, 2.